That's right. Welcome to the Argue stream. We're going to exclusively argue today. We're going to take a few moments and wait to see who shows up. You know, guys, I feel like I'm a bit too nice, to tell you the truth, to my viewers. I'm just very kind, and sometimes I just feel like we should, I deserve to argue with you. Because you guys are always arguing about the things I say in the comment section. Now I'm going to argue with you. See how you like it. Kevin Hawthorne here from Lakeland, Florida. A regular Car Guy 427. What it do? Kaiser, good morning, bro. What's going on? We just spoke on Instagram today, you and I. Nicole Celeste, everyone be on their best behavior. There's a woman present. I feel bad. All my regulars, Kamesh from India, they're gonna show up. They're gonna be here. But guess what? No more Mr. Nice Guy today, guys. RV certified T3 bot. Hello from North Dakota. I've been there. I enjoyed it. Russ is here. He says, let's rant. I got a Black Bay GMT. At the moment, it's too thick. Never too thick. Craig, what up? Chris, hey, BVMF certified T3. What's up, bro? I'm already feeling guilty. Everyone here is so nice, but I'm not going to be. Al certified T3. T3 in the house. Greetings, Jory. What's going on? Michael Kolb. Hey, everyone. You read the title of the live stream, guys. We're arguing today. So, we're going to take a few more moments. Let some more people show up. JH, I made it. I missed the last few streams, but I got the alert today. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for doing your one job of notifying my viewers. Can't even do that right. Rick, hey, first time live viewer, long time viewer of the channel. Thank you so much, man. Rick Aldridge, welcome to the first Saturday Q&A. Why so serious? Says Omega is not as good as Rolex. We're gonna start right now, I guess, with the argument. Fine. Yeah, you know, here, guys. I'm gonna tell you. This is the argue stream. As I said earlier, at the beginning. You guys always argue with me in the comment section. And by you guys, I mean viewers in general. And I'm very kind to you guys. So now it's time for me to be a bit mean. Josh Grant, hey, love your videos. Love what you have to say about watches. See, I feel bad because they're so nice to me. Here's the deal. Omega is not as good as Rolex. Why? First I'm going to have you substantiate your opinion. Why? Your opinion's wrong, but I'm still interested. Where did you get this idea? And hey, I don't know if I do or don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm going to tell you right now. Date, Bubbleback, President, Submariner, Explorer 2. I have 6 Rolexes. And an Omega Speedmaster. And I can tell you Omega is better than Rolex. But, no, please, why so serious? Substantiate your argument. All right, so before we do the whole wave thing, before I ask you what you're sipping on, I'm gonna tell you why Omega is better than Rolex. Omega has firsts in the watch world, whereas Rolex doesn't. All right, and then I know people are gonna be like, but the threaded crown, the oyster case, yeah, that's really cool and good. But I'm gonna burst your bubble really quick. Rolex didn't design that; they bought the patent for that. They bought the patent for that technology, and yes, utilized it to great effect. But when we're talking about firsts in horology, Omega went to space, bro. Did the Cosmograph go? No, the Rolex Cosmograph just was a terribly it performed terribly in sales. Okay, no one wanted one. They were doing discount after discount after discount. Dealers couldn't give them away. And the only reason it became cool was because it was on the wrist of some heartthrob actor who ended up selling salad dressing. So that's what made the Cosmograph cool. Ooh, this salad dressing salesman wore this once. But the Speedmaster went to space, bro. Next, Rolex Deep Sea. Ooh, it has such an intense rating. All right, what about the Omega Ultra Deep? Seems like the Omega Ultra Deep just deaded the Deep Sea, like in a big way. No rebuttal? No rebuttal? Why so serious? I can go on. You know what? Let's speaking of dive watches, I'm just going to say this real quick, all right? Who made the first dive watch? We're going to go, hey, I need a little bit of a refresher. Why don't we go to the time teller? Haha, Googling myself. You freaking knuckleheads, I got to teach you something. Hey, look, when you type in the time teller, I'm literally the first thing that shows up. Hey, my newest episode's right here. All right, let's go to the channel. We are live. Thank you. Let's go to videos. What about this? Stop wasting money on Rolex, buy Omega instead. Who made the first ever dive watch? This is an honest question. I want to see who actually watches the episodes. Let's take a look at this. We're going to skip this ad. Oh, it was the Rolex Submariner. No, it wasn't. It was the Omega Marine Standard. This is the first ever dive watch. Omega made this tank-style watch with a crown at the 12 o'clock, and then they sealed the case by putting a sheath over it. They capped it. They tested this at 73 meters depth, and then like 100-something meters of pressure in a pressure chamber. This is the first dive watch. And guess what? When we go to this other episode that I released, Rolex history is a lie. Watch snobs have been lying to us about Rolex. Sir Edmund Hillary didn't wear a Rolex to summit Everest. Oops, sorry. I mean, he didn't wear an Omega either. He wore a Smith's, Swiss Deluxe, but still, I'm kind of, yeah, you're wrong. I'm sorry, your opinion's wrong. Next. Also, can we just say that, okay. Let's get a good image of this. Hey guys, can you tell me? Shout out Monochrome Watches. I'm friends with those guys. Can you tell me when Rolex will ever produce something as dynamic as this? Just give me like an example. Name one reference number. Ever? Can Rolex make anything as dynamic as this? Does Rolex have a world timer that I just don't know about? The time teller going through the database of the mainframe. All knowing. All of horology. Scrambling my brain. Trying to find a Rolex that has any interesting complications. Oh, God, I can't find it. Omega's better than Rolex. Why so serious? You are wrong. All right, guys. So that was a little taste of how I'm going to cut it out in regards to you trying to argue with me. It's not going to work. Okay. But what I do want to ask is, what are you sipping on, guys? What are you sipping on? I'm sipping on a jug of water. Little spot of water. Yummy. I burnt my mouth on a coffee yesterday. And now I have that terrible feeling in my mouth, you know? It's not like the worst burn I've ever had, but like it's just like it sucks. I hate that. Someone's gonna argue in the comment section. I actually like that. I like that feeling when I burn my tongue on coffee. Let's argue about that. Mark, a C4 energy drink. Oh man, don't get me started on my relationship with C4. Live City is sipping on Tissot. Interesting. Thought that was a watchmaker. Craig, gin and juice. RV, certified teeth rot Gatorade. Orange Gatorade G2. Dean, certified teeth rot some palm juice. BVMF, certified T3 bought some keto-friendly water. Yum. Joel Taborski, certified teeth rot milk. JH, green tea. Michael Kolb, water. Tom Joseph, H2O gang. Can we get that wet in the comment section? I'm going to spam it real quick. Oops. I'm not in the right chat box. Can we spam wet in the comment section, please? We're all about that wet. Man, I'm all about that wet. Okay. And then what I would like us to do, once you guys are spamming wet in the comment section, I would like to acknowledge the people that couldn't be here. Because I know that I always like advertise that we're here every single weekend. And I even did a little intro with my fellow watch reviewers online, and we kind of hyped it up, and people knew that I would be coming back on these live streams every Saturday 11:30 a.m. Pacific. But still, some people don't want to wake up early because it's Saturday. I need to get my beauty sleep. Well, I don't know what that's like because I'm perpetually attractive, and I've only become more attractive as I've gotten older. So I don't need beauty sleep. We can argue about that if you want. But I do need people to come to the live stream. So thank you for all the people at home. I understand you have work. You might live in a different part of the world. Saturdays just might be super inconvenient than you. You might have kids and you got to do like weekend stuff with your children. I get it. But I'm happy to say that while we get a few hundred people during the live stream coming in and out, we get like a few thousand viewers after when this gets uploaded to YouTube. And I've had people in person tell me that they love my Saturday live streams because they listen to it after, like a podcast. So maybe they're doing chores, maybe they're, on a road trip and they're listening to it. Please don't watch it if you're driving, listening to it. But yeah, treat this like a podcast. We're happy to have you. So we just want to wave. We're going to wave. Chat, please wave to the people. Kaiser's already waving. That what. Dean, wave. So we love you. We see you. We acknowledge you. Back to the live stream. We got a super chat. Thank you so much from Wesley. Thoughts on the Mido Ocean Star GMT? Let's get a good image. I'm trying to find one that I specifically like. Does Monochrome have... There we go. Shout out Monochrome. Love these guys. Probably my favorite media site when it comes to watches other than my YouTube channel. Mido Ocean Star GMT. Very nice bright red contrast. I like how they did, dare I say, Pepsi on the chapter ring. This is from 9/11/2022. Yeah, I like it. It's very dynamic, very smooth crown guards going into that crown. The crown's almost recessed into the crown guards. I know there's a few different color variants for this. 120 click bezel. Trying to see what type of GMT it is. A true GMT complication. Third position, entire set of hands that are interlocked until the GMT hand is where. So this is, which has precisely this kind of office GMT movement. Okay, so this is an office GMT. I'm gathering from that. That's perfectly fine. I've made an episode actually on my channel. If we go back to the time teller, made an episode. Let's see if it shows up. GMT battle. So if you go here, oh man, ads. Am I right? Hate them. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. Seriously though, that's how I get paid. So thank you Postmates for putting ads and paying YouTube. So YouTube pays me little pennies. Okay, so well, look at that guy. Handsome guy. A little bit of a bigger beard than me, but you know, screw that guy. I made an episode, don't waste money buying a crappy GMT, and I explained the differences between true GMTs and office GMTs. So if you need a little refresher, check out that episode if one of the moderators wants to blast that in the comment section. Saw on Hogan's Heroes that Russia made the first dive watch, so Vostok, absolutely not. I'm not even going to argue that. That's you're just wrong. It's absolutely not. TFT moderator and certified Tridor says when Velcro Valet asks Jory if he's trying to be famous. Uncool. Hate that guy and love that guy. Love that guy for adding to the lore. Hate that guy for just existing though. How does one pull off wearing a gold watch? Well, there's different kinds of gold watches, right? Like, actually, it's funny. I have two images here. I'm going to move myself on the screen real quick. Whoa, whoa! Check it out. So on this corner here, this is a gold watch. It's a solid gold Reverso Classique. This is one of my favorite watches of all time. I bought this for myself on my 30th birthday, and it was like a huge achievement of mine. I didn't think I'd be able to attain that. And then this is also a gold watch. This is a solid yellow gold case and bracelet. Vacheron, small seconds 4533C. This I never thought I'd like a vintage Vacheron, let alone it being, you know, solid precious metal. That's insane. But then there are also watches like this. You know what? We're going to do a little watch fest together because I actually really love this episode. And I did a little bit during it. Let me make sure the audio is coming through the headphones. Who's down to do a little watch fest? By the way, TFT just put in the comment section the Office versus True GMT link. So if anybody wants to pop out and watch that episode, that's fine. I love this episode, and I haven't watched it in a very long time. I made this 3 years ago. So we're going to do a little watch party here real quick. How do I make this bigger? Okay, cool. And I'm going to make myself a little smaller. Let's enjoy this, yeah?
Now that's a good slice of pie. Don's Pizzeria. If it ain't fresh, forget about it.
Hey, boss, we got a bit of a situation.
Fabian, how many times I gotta tell you not to bother me when I'm having a slice of pie?
I know, boss, but it's serious. It's about the papa.
The papa? I thought you took care of him.
We thought we did, boss, but now he's squealing. He's talking to the media. It's all over the news, Don. He knows something's up.
Stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight. Stay tuned.
He's lying. Okay, the papa doesn't know anything.
Well, what do you want me to do, boss?
Nothing. The Don's gonna handle this one himself, or my name ain't Don Sinacci. Papa, you just cut the pleasantries, okay? You know exactly who it is. It's the Don. What, you didn't think I'd see a little song and dance up on the big screen? What made you want to talk so quickly now, huh? What made you so honest all of a sudden? You know, who puts you on the map? Who made you the official pizza of the NFL? What, now that you're all buddy-buddy with Peyton Manning, you want to expose the Don? You know, it'd be a real shame if the public knew that Papa John's Pizza was really using the Don's Pizzeria pizza. The Don's Pizzeria isn't even using our own pizza. We're using freaking DiGiorno's.
I love this episode.
Time's up, Papa. Your pizza is burned.
This is so stupid.
Don's Pizzeria, if it ain't fresh, forget about it. No, don't worry. We can take your order. I was just in the back, taking out some trash. What'll it be? We got every kind of pizza you want. Deep dish, we got garlic bread, stuff.
Yo, that's so good, dude. I'm sorry.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Jordan Goodman. Another time tell.
Okay, so here. There's also these types of gold watches, which are a bit more flashy, right?
This Rolex Day-Date's got a 36mm diameter with a 43.9mm lug to lug and a 12.6mm thickness. Now guys, I used my own caliper tool to get those measurements, so they're as accurate as possible. It's made of solid yellow gold, 18 carats of that stuff, threaded crown, 100-meter water resistance rating, a sapphire crystal, and it's powered by Rolex's caliber 3055 automatic movement. Now this movement was released in 1977. It's got 27 joules, a 28,800 BPH sweep, a 42-hour power reserve, and of course, a day-date complication.
Great
so guys,
shot.
There's a whole lot to notice about
Dude, look
this
at my
watch
beard.
when it's on
Holy
your wrist.
cow.
I mean, it is a solid yellow gold hunk of metal on your wrist, and it packs a punch. It's only 36mm, but boy, is it hefty. So, if you recall, earlier this month, we reviewed the Boulder Venture Automatic Sandstorm. That was made of solid titanium. That watch just kind of floats off of your wrist. It's freakishly light. This is kind of
Hi, this is Tanya.
No,
What
we
makes
don't
the
want your
Chick-fil-A
ad. Get off. I do want to show you something else.
Yellow gold, 18 karat yellow.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Do you guys, my real, like, longtime viewers will remember this watch.
Date that I reviewed a while ago. I think it was titled The Ugliest Rolex I've Ever Seen, and it was by far the ugliest Rolex I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's got diamonds everywhere. It's got a ruined case and a ruined bracelet. You know, the worst part is that when this was shown to me and sent into the office, people were asking me if I could repair that. And if I could actually find a way to salvage the oyster case, because it still had a threaded crown, it still had the movement, obviously, but unfortunately they took off so much material on that oyster case that pretty much nothing was salvageable. The movement obviously was, and there was a whole lot of precious material there, so you know, if you melted it down, you'd still be able to recoup a pretty penny, but there's unfortunately really no way to bring that back to, you know, this former self. So yeah, although this might seem a bit much to people, you know, solid 18 karat yellow gold Rolex, that disgusting abomination that we're looking at right now puts things in perspective. So if you want to see that episode in its entirety, click up here and yeah, bring a barf bag.
So the name of that episode was When Luxury Goes Too Far, World's ugliest Rolex if you want to watch that. But yeah, I always love doing little watch parties like this because if you don't enjoy your own content, then you're not making the right content. So I love those skits, man. And we still do skits, but people used to get really upset when I would do skits. They'd be like, "Oh, this isn't funny. Talking about the watches." Oh. Jory, it's been 3 years since we saw your full collection. Is it time for an update series? Yeah, maybe. That'd be fun. Yeah, maybe I'll do another state of the collection soon. Somebody get this man an Oscar. I appreciate that, bro. TFT, the moderator, if you want to see the watching Jory enjoys, the watches that I enjoy, check my State of the Collection series from a few years ago. Epic Collection just gets better each year. Amen to that. He has a link. I have a playlist. And I think he linked it there. I did 3 installments, so if you want to watch that, that'd be cool. Okay, time for more arguments. Tudor is the best. Well, Tudor is far from the best, but they're moving in the right direction. So, this isn't really much of an argument because I don't hate Tudor anymore like I used to, because with the reissue of the Ranger, that was a good thing. And the downsizing of the Pelagos, it was a good thing. But yeah, they're on my okay list now. So it's like naughty or nice. They're like in the middle, like leaning towards nice. So yeah. Mandeep says there's more versatility and innovation in the Seiko 5 range than the entire Rolex catalog. No, I disagree. Are you talking about versatility as far like diversity in design? Because Seiko 5 has a bunch. Well, let's look at the current Seiko 5 catalog. Ooh, this is not looking good for you. This is a good argument, though. Let's take a look. So Seiko 5 is suffering from the Black Bay disease. What do I mean by that? Seiko 5 has just turned into these neutered 5KXs, or what I like to call counterfeit SKXs. All they do... Now, Kamen Rider, I'm actually a huge fan of Kamen Rider. It's like an old Japanese live-action show where the motorcycle rider is the superhero and he fights crime, and there's been a bunch of different series. It's kind of like Power Rangers, how they've had like different series throughout the decades of Kamen Rider. I absolutely love the old school Kamen Rider from like the 70s and stuff. So they did a anniversary edition. That's pretty cool. Still won't get it though because it doesn't have a threaded crown. It's just a fake diver. So I literally typed in Seiko 5. This is the 5 Sports series. It's all just different colors of the 5KX, or like what I like to call the counterfeit SKX. We have a few. Okay, here's one like field watchy thing. This should have taken the place of an SNK 809, but this is like 3 times as expensive essentially. So they have like different colors of field watch. So the truth is, they have like the SNK 809s, which are way more expensive than they used to be. And then they have these counterfeit SKXs, right? So those are only 2 things. They also have a GMT counterfeit SKX, which is stupid. Now let's go to Rolex's current catalog. Ooh, this is already not looking good for you, bro. I wish I knew how to use their website. Okay, so we have a chronograph here with threaded crowns. We have a date complication, nice sporty watch, threaded crown. We have obviously the Submariner, so we have a dive watch here. We have a GMT. again, most of these have different materials and colorways. We have a day date. What does this blue dial mean? Well, that means it's platinum, right? Because day dates are never released in steel. Day dates are exclusively precious metal. So we have some precious metals here. We have a day date complication, again, with threaded crown. We have an oyster cased chronograph with the pushers and the crown threading. So you could argue this is actually much more useful than like even those counterfeit SKXs. We have a simple oyster perpetual. Again, this is a simple sporty watch that's very versatile. You can dress it up or leave it on the bracelet and be sporty. We have diversity in materials with Rolex, right? Titanium for this Yachtmaster, stainless steel for the OP, Cosmograph Daytona that you can get in pretty much like every material. Day date comes in a plethora of precious metals, yellow gold, ever rose, what Rolex calls their rose, and a solid yellow gold. Platinum, yellow gold, ever rose, and white gold. You can get a day date in white gold as well. Here we have a Sea Dweller with a 4,000 foot or 1,220 meters, right? Is that what that says? Yes. Water resistance rating. We have an Air King. So this is like their kind of pilot's watchy type thing, although they do have a pilot's watch with a very interesting complication, which is the Sky Dweller. We have an Explorer, which is their like field watchy thing, but I guess you can get it in two-tone now. I don't know why they did that. And then they have a whole bunch of things for the ladies. This is the Sky Dweller, very interesting complication. They have some Cellini, and then the Yachtmaster 2s, which you can get in a plethora of materials with a really interesting regatta complication. So essentially, you saying functionality and diversity within Seiko 5's catalog, I would argue no. Because Seiko 5 Sports doesn't have a dive watch. They don't even have a dive watch. How interesting. They do not even have a dive watch. That's just bizarre to me. Absolutely bizarre. So, yeah, you're just wrong. Like, factually. I just pulled up their website and you're just, like, factually incorrect. Also, a cool thing about the date justs, it's not on their current catalog, but you used to be able to get them in what's called Tridor. So a lot of people don't know. Actually, you know what? So I typed in Tridor President, and this is what shows up. Does Monochrome have it? Okay, we're going to use Bob's watches, I guess. So Tridor is a very uncommon, not popular president. And if you look at this, this has a multitude of materials just in the bracelet. Look at that. No, I feel like nobody knows about this. You used to be able to get these in, it's a white gold case. Yeah, here. They actually have it. White gold, topped off with fluted bezel of 18 karat yellow gold, both of which encase a silver dial with yellow gold hands, yellow gold hour markers for an aesthetic that is classic to the President Collection. Interesting! Interesting how it's called the President Collection. Oh, no, it should be called the Day Date Collection, though. My whole life is a lie. Yeah, idiots. These are presidents. These watches are presidents. You guys are dumb if you think otherwise. Let's see. Tridor 18239. So this is what's really interesting. The bracelet of this 18239, 18 karat white gold to match the case. However, the center links were fashioned from a blend of 18 karat pink, yellow, and white gold. Dang. Now let's take a look at another very uncommon Rolex, the Rolesor. Nope, that's not a Rolesor. Come on. Go to Swiss Watch Expo. Shout out. Shout out. Whether you're a Rolex fan or not, you've probably come across the highly recognizable half gold, half steel watch in watch circles, simply known as two-tone. But Rolex being Rolex, they call this the Rolesor. That's right, guys. It's just a fancy name to say two-tone in Rolex language. Very cool. Little bit of a history lesson there for you guys. Not really history, just trivia, I guess. RV says, A certified T3 bot says, at least you can find Seiko for sale at retail. That's true. Unless it's a cool Seiko. If it's a cool Seiko, it's going to be very expensive, and then you're not going to get your hands on one because it's limited and it's already been scooped up by the scalpers. So, I don't know about that. Boston Brain Damage says, I bought 5 vintage Daytonas, all of which have been Frankensteined. 5 of them, bro? I would have learned my lesson after the first one, dude. Why don't you email the Time Teller shop and we can help you find the correct one? I'm not laughing at you. I just it's just confounding. But hey, you do you. Surprised no one's asked me for a wristwatch check yet. Reading comments. Seiko Arnie on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, let's show them. Are we talking original Arnie or are we talking the reissue? Because this is going to upset some people. So this is not the original. This is the Seiko Arnie that everybody's been talking about because it was released like 3 years ago. They did a reissue, right? Solar powered, very cool. Has a display up here, some functionality. I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 to a 4 because I felt them and they don't feel super solid. The composite shroud is a disappointment, and I know this from experience because I got one of those Digitunas thinking that the shroud was metal, and it's a composite, and it's a very stiff, kind of almost brittle composite. It's not like resin, like a G-Shock resin. So if you guys saw that my mic just moved, I'm gonna show you why it just moved. Give me 1 second. Because this little brat wanted to say hello. Turtle! Look at my little baby. All right, it wouldn't be a Saturday live stream if the cats didn't show up. You want to say anything in the microphone, Turtle? Turtle with the little pink belly. She is so adorable. I absolutely love this cat. The views are going up. Full screen. Okay. We can do that. Give me 1 second. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh my god, I'm a lefty, but using the mouse with my left hand is like impossible. Because I've only ever used it with my right hand. Pink belly. Look at her little pink belly. See how content she is just chilling here? You gonna talk into the mic, Turtle? Tell him what you think. Everybody spam turtles in the comment section. Don't push me away. Don't push me away. Oops, she wants belly rubs. What is her favorite watch? Probably the Seiko Turtle. I guess that would make sense, right? Do you like the Seiko Turtle? She's still in my lap, just purring. You're such a silly girl. You're a lefty, but you still know wearing your watch on your right is... Oh, you're very confused, my friend. You are very, very confused. You're a lefty, but you still know that wearing your watch on your right is proper. You're confused. It's proper for me because I'm left-hand dominant. But the, quote, proper way of wearing a watch is on your left wrist. Because the majority of people are right-hand dominant. And when you're reaching for things and doing things with your dominant hand, it's uncomfortable to wear your wristwatch on your dominant hand because it's just cumbersome and it has a higher chance of breaking. So I'm a lefty, and I do know that it's proper for me to wear it on my non-dominant hand, which is my right hand. Whereas if you are right-handed, the, quote, proper way of wearing it would be on your left hand. Although I don't believe that there's a proper way of wearing a watch at all. You can, if you get a strap long enough, wear it as a belt buckle if you want to make a little necklace out of your watch, and that's cool too. Ian Lyle says, wait, you're a leftist? Ian Lyle, Jory's a commie, everybody. I'm a blood red, God-fearing, gun-toting American like the rest of y'all. I don't know who you're talking about. Ian Lyle's my personal friend, by the way, so he's like making fun of me. I'm not a commie for sure. I'm a capitalist. You probably know this because I sell watches and I talk about luxury items online. And I buy sports cars. Live said, he says, is he? No, I'm not. Sam's dad's mustache wax. What do you think about Bamford making watches under their own brand? It's cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not dunking on Bamford, but the only interesting Bamfords were like when they worked with Rolex. Not with Rolex, but when they like focused on Rolex. So, when they started going to other things, I kind of stopped paying attention to them. I'm going to be perfectly honest, but I hope they do well doing whatever they're doing. David says, hey, considering getting a Certina DS Action Diver 38, are there any alternatives you'd recommend for a similar price? Honestly, I think that's a great dive watch. I'm unsure. I know that the Action Diver does come with a Powermatic 80 movement. I don't know if the 38 mil does. If you can get one with the Powermatic 80 movement, then get that for sure. I absolutely love the Powermatic 80. It's a great movement. Ever had fogging problem with GWG 1000? Let's pull up a picture. GWG 1000. I'm going to pull up a picture so that everybody can see. shout out to A Blog to Watch. Have I ever had a fogging issue with the GWG 1000? So this is the triple sensor Mudmaster. Coincidentally, I'm wearing it right now on my wrist. Shout out Mudmaster gang. I can pull it off, I guess, because I'm a bigger dude, but this is like this is a lot of watch on your wrist, guys. This is like a substantial amount of watch on your wrist. And this was dead for a while because I didn't put it in I had it in a case elsewhere and it was not in the light at all, so I had to put this on my windowsill for like a week and it charged. So I need to reset everything, which is a huge bummer. Kaiser says he's actually left-hand dominant. Yes, I am left-hand dominant. I am not I don't know if I can even say that on YouTube. I'm not a lefty. That's going to confuse some people. I'm left-hand dominant, but I'm not a lefty. I guess that's a little riddle for you guys. Peter, actually Switzerland is one of the most armed societies. It is, because I believe they also have mandatory military service, don't they? Like Israel? I believe they do. Crybaby Clooney says, I act all tough but can't handle the heat when people give it back to me. Hey man, if you're gonna dish it out, you better be able to take it. Rick Aldridge, Jory, I know there's hate for tag. Tag with the integrated bracelet hype. Yo, that's a bridge too far, bro. Like, I hate tag enough on their own. I don't need them to do the whole integrated bracelet hype thing, because then there's just no hope. Peter says left hand dominant, not left wing dominant. Amen. Let me see. I think TFT linked my Frogman episode. Ooh, shout out to South Africa. We have a South African here. What's going on, man? Sean Miller, certified teeth robot. I also own the Seiko Flightmaster. Have you ever had an issue with the pusher screw down getting stuck? I have not. I personally have not, ever. And I also have never gotten a fog issue with this watch at all. Tag with an integrated bracelet and a butthole dial. Oh gosh. We do not need that. That would be the Antichrist of watches. Watches with Abdullah. I've seen this. Oris is doing crazy restoration products with their vintage watches. Kind of makes me want to get one, as it seems promising as a good long-term buy. Any experience with the Neo vintage Oris models? I've worn a few of them. I haven't gotten to film them. I saw a really cool ad that I'm sure most of you have seen, with them bringing back to life an older Oris diver. And it was pretty cool. There was like, there was some pretty heavy patina on the dial, and the case and bracelet were kind of like mangled and thrashed, and their watchmakers restored it, and it literally looks like a new old stock watch. So that's cool. But I like vintage watches with patina and everything, though. I kind of like it when they're a little bit thrashed, right? That's the whole point of owning an old watch, is to look at the stories and everything. Oh yeah, we have 2 Orises available at the Time Teller shop, and we're doing a very big restock, probably early next week. So stay tuned for that. Ian Lyle says, speaking of integrated bracelets, is anyone else sick of the octagon style case with integrated bracelets trend that's been running for nearly 3 years now? It's getting old and I'm ready for change. He's trolling me a little bit because that's like what I've been rallying against. Like the last 3 to 4 years. I saw it coming down the line and I was like, no. We cannot do this. And sure enough, still people are on the bandwagon and I'm sick of it. Turtle wants to jump on the keyboard and everything. This is Turtle Stream. This is Turtle Stream now. Okay, sorry, baby girl. You can't jump on the keyboard right now. All right, go play with your siblings. That tag was made for the movie Gray Man. Trash film, to be honest. The watch is okay. Watch is probably bad. I've also never seen that movie, Gray Man. Awesome. Love the great content. Thanks, bro. No, me too, Ian. He says, I'm not trolling. I'm just genuinely sick of it. Yeah, me too. I've made multiple episodes about why this has to stop. Oh my gosh. TFT. Just be happy they didn't make the Fugu dials in salmon. Oh, if they made it salmon with like a brown center dial, that would be not cool. That would be not cool at all. Everyone wants to make fake Royal Oaks. Yes, absolutely. Hanif says, Alpinist rules. Amen. CFZ, do you trust your Submariner in water being that it's vintage? Yes, I do, because I get it whenever I get it serviced. I get it pressure tested and everything. And there's been zero issue. And they also replace the gaskets and everything. And they make sure everything's healthy and not like rotting away. So, yeah, I do trust it, honestly. Vintage Hoyer is awesome. Yeah, Lone Wolf, I do not categorize Hoyer with tag Hoyer. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. And the truth is, the only tags that I like are Hoyer designs, right? So like, I'll just bring them up here. See if we can get some good pictures. Oh, you can't see my screen. 1 second. The Monaco, right? I love this watch. It's freaking awesome. Notice how when Tag Heuer reissues the Monaco, there's no tag on the dial. It just says Heuer because this is a Heuer watch. It's not a Tag Heuer. This is a great watch. Let's see. I want to see if they have a good picture of it here. The 60th anniversary Carrera. Gorgeous watch, but this is a Heuer. It's not a Tag Heuer. So I really love Heuer watches. I do not like this Carrera, this Heuer Carrera is great. The Tag Heuer Carreras are terrible. They look like a freaking joke. It's bad. It is bad, and they should feel bad. Jalapuki from Latvia. What's going on, man? Ideal location of a watch on the wrist. Follow up on this. A tight bracelet is annoying, but I think you meant loose bracelet is all over the place, especially if not sized at a position close to the wrist bone. Yeah. So here's what I'll say. I'm going to put on a smaller watch for this because this is not going to be a very good example. because this is so big. When will Warby Parker start sponsoring you? That's a really interesting question. Love this watch. Let me see if I have something smaller here in the office. 1 second. I do. I haven't set this yet. Little wrist swap here. Okay. So, this is my 34 millimeter date. Okay, this is a date 1500, right? Now, I'm a bigger dude. This right here is my wrist bone. And so I like wearing it below the wrist bone. However, when I first started really wearing watches, this is where I would wear them. I would wear them above the wrist bone. So my wrist bone's right here. I would wear the watch like very close to my hand. And that was like comfortable for me. But as I got like older, I realized that pushing it down below the wrist bone is actually like much more natural and much more comfortable. So I don't think there's a proper way to do it because I think everyone's built differently. I'm built different. And I think everybody finds comfort in different things. And also people have different preferences when it comes to watch sizes and dimensions. Put that one down for a moment. But so I can't really tell you what is right or wrong. I can just tell you what I do, and I've worn them both ways, right? I started out wearing it very high above the wrist bone, and now I've chosen to go below the wrist bone. And I actually agree with you that here's something interesting that I'm gonna leave you guys with because we've been streaming for about an hour. I'm not a big bracelet guy. You'll notice that most of my watches that come on bracelets, I've taken the bracelets off, with exception of my President and my 16800 Submariner. I leave the bracelets on those, and they happen to fit me just perfectly. But like my Tuna SBBN 031, my Date 1500. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Oh, my Fuyugashiki. Oh my gosh, I forgot the reference number. Now that's going to bother me. What is the reference number? SSA 385J1. No, there's an American reference number. Because the confusing thing about Seiko is they have Japanese reference numbers for each watch, and then they have a Western. Man, that's going to bother me. Stand by, guys. Monochrome with... Hell yeah. So, I was gifted this Fuyugashiki. I absolutely love this watch. It has like the snowflake dial, blue handset. Still own it. Absolutely love it. Comes on a bracelet. Got rid of the bracelet. Okay, I guess I doesn't have... probably because this is a JDM watch. The SSA 385J1. But yeah, I got rid of that bracelet. Not because they're bad bracelets per se, just because I don't like how, even with a micro adjustment, unless it has a micro adjustment on the fly, bracelets just feel much more constrictive. And it's not as comfortable as a strap. So everyone just, has different preferences. But I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for joining me on today's Saturday Q&A. TFT, moderator, just peaced out. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Channel members, I'm about to drop a very big members only episode uncovering a potential crime in the watch world. This episode took a lot of research, and people that have been covering it have been okay, how do I put this? Someone that has covered this story in the watch world has allegedly shown me, okay, alleged documents from this other entity's lawyers giving him a cease and desist, trying to apparently silence him. So I almost like don't feel comfortable putting this on the main channel, and I'm putting it behind the paywall with my channel members. This is a very big, almost creepy, weird episode. So if you want to join the channel membership and get an extra piece of content every week, plus access to that members only Discord chat, then please click the join button next to the subscribe button. It's $4.99 a month. And yeah, my channel members absolutely rock. Also, Linky wanted to say hello, my little baby boy. It's Hunter's laptop, isn't it? I wish I could break that story here, but no. Look at this little ham. Look at this little ham. Little belly rub. Thank you for the love, guys. I see the hearts. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So what do I always tell you? Well, I tell you to stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed every day, right? But specifically during the Saturday live streams, I tell you that you got to get out of your comfort zone, okay? Starting a channel and putting yourself out there is what it was initially very uncomfortable, and still there's parts that are somewhat uncomfortable, right? And I just push past it, and it has paid off in my life. And so I'm going to tell you right now, if there's something that you're on the edge of doing, but you're scared, you don't know if it's going to work out, and so it's making you a little bit apprehensive, go for it. Like, do something scary. It'll, like, do it. And the second thing I tell you is to tell someone else that you love them today. Tell someone else you love them today. After this live stream, pick up your phone if you have to. Text your bro, your girl, whatever. Tell them you love them the second I stop the live stream. Third thing, tell yourself you love yourself, right? Because that's, at the end of the day, that's all you got. And if you treated others the way you treat yourself, how many friends would you actually have? Like, think about it. Because most of us aren't very kind to ourselves. So we should be kind to ourselves the way that we are kind to others. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. And always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. This isn't even set properly, so it's not even telling the